So good morning, students, and welcome to another episode of Power Up Your English. So, where were we? We are on Unit 4, World Famous People, and we are on page 78. So, what are we doing today? We're going to talk in English about the arts and entertainment world. Quindi oggi siamo sulla nostra nuova unità, Unit 4, World Famous, page 78, pagina 78. So, let's do the exercises together. Facciamo appunto gli esercizi insieme. So, let's start with exercise number 1, before you read. Before you read, I want to know how much you know, if at all, se conoscete qualcosa o sapete qualcosa di questi tre personaggi. Quindi qui abbiamo un painter, un pittore, e qui abbiamo two writers, a female writer and a male writer, quindi due scrittori. Qui abbiamo il painter, quindi abbiamo detto il pittore olandese, so the Dutch painter, Johan Vermeer. Qui abbiamo la scrittrice, the writer o female writer, female vuol dire femmina, quindi female writer Jane Austen, molto famosa, hanno fatto anche molte serie su Jane Austen, go and check it out. And the poet John Keats, l'ultimo dei romantici, one of the very famous romantic poets. So if you don't know anything about them, we're going to discover something about them. Quindi scopriremo qualcosa su di loro. Infatti qui abbiamo un reading, quindi cominceremo con il nostro video, con questo reading, e la domanda è: were they famous in their lifetime? Quindi ora non parliamo più al presente, qui abbiamo una domanda, ma usiamo il passato. Were è il passato di are. Noi avremmo detto nel presente are they famous quando oggi. Qui invece voglio sapere se loro erano famosi, perché non esistono più, non ci sono più. Quindi quando parliamo di qualcosa nel passato, oggi impareremo il simple past, quindi a parlare di habits in the past. Without much further ado, senza aspettare troppo, cominciamo a guardare the video together.
Johannes Vermeer, 1632 to 1675, was the Dutch painter who is most famous today for his portrait Girl with a Pearl Earring. But he wasn't famous during his life. In fact, he didn't become famous until the end of the 19th century, 200 years after he died. He made some money as an artist, but not much, because he didn't paint portraits of rich people. He painted ordinary people in domestic scenes. There are only 34 paintings which we know Vermeer painted. Most of these are in galleries around the world. Jane Austen, 1775 to 1817, is famous today for her brilliant and often funny romantic novels, such as Pride and Prejudice and Emma. Jane was born in Hampshire, England, and started writing as a teenager. Her brother Horton helped her find a publisher for her books. They received quite good reviews, but Jane didn't publish using her name. She published her books anonymously. She became famous only in the mid-19th century, but it was during the 20th century that her popularity exploded, also because of the many film and TV adaptations of her books. John Keats, 1795 to 1821, was the English poet who wrote To Autumn and Ode on a Grecian Urn, some of the most beautiful poems in the English language. In his lifetime, however, Keats's poems weren't popular, and he didn't sell many copies of his books. He had a difficult life. His parents died when he was very young, and he didn't finish his education. he worked in a hospital as a medical apprentice. But then he decided to write poetry full-time. He was in love with a girl called Fanny, and he wanted to marry her, but he didn't have enough money. Keats died in Rome when he was only 25. That was more than 200 years ago, but people still love his poems today.
Brilliant. So, we've learned a little bit about now these three people, and they all had something in common. First of all, they were artists. Quindi questi tre personaggi, abbiamo detto, hanno qualcosa in comune. Prima di tutto erano artisti, ma poi la domanda era: were they famous in their lifetime? And the answer is no. Non erano famosi durante la loro vita, ma sono diventati tutti famosi dopo. C'è anche un sacco di vocabolario nuovo, quindi please go and look for new words. So let's start with exercise number 2. So match the questions 1 to 3 to the answers A to C. Then watch, read and listen to the text and check your answers. So here we have the questions, quindi dovete rispondere e dovete match, quindi qui abbiamo 1, 2, 3 e dobbiamo fare il match with A, B or C. Quindi how many paintings did Vermeer produce? Quanti paintings, quanti dipinti ha prodotto John Vermeer? When was Jane Austen born? Quando è nata Jane Austen? And how old was John Keats when he died? Number 3, comprehension. Here you need to choose the correct alternative. Vermeer's paintings are or aren't of famous people. Quindi i dipinti di Vermeer, qui avete due possibilità in bold, quindi in grassetto, dovete eliminare quella non corretta. Very good, let's move on to the next page. Brilliant, so I told you we're talking about the past, quindi vi ho detto che parleremo del passato, quindi come si forma il passato. Vediamo un attimino prima il video di grammatica.
We use the past simple of be to describe events in the recent or distant past.
Queen Elizabeth I was the daughter of King Henry VIII. Handel and Beethoven were famous German composers. My friends weren't at school on Saturday. They were all at the park.
We use the past simple with expressions of time.
5 minutes, a week, month, year, plus ago. Yesterday plus morning, afternoon, evening. Last plus night, Monday, weekend, week, month, year. On plus Saturday, Saturday morning, my last birthday. In plus June 2017.
We form the past simple of be with was and were.
I, he, she, it was at home. You, we, they were at home. I, he, she, it wasn't, was not at home. You, we, they weren't, were not at home. Was I, he, she, it at home? Yes. I, he, she, it was. No. I, he, she, it wasn't. Were you, we, they at home? Yes. You, we, they were. No. You, we, they weren't.
Okay, and so here you have a recap. So how do you use it and how you form it? You can see the same thing here. Quindi è come, ragazzi, qui stiamo guardando il passato del verb to be. È come il presente, pensate che past simple è uguale al simple present, al present simple. Tutti e due sono simple, vengono usati per le abitudini, quindi habits, ma in questo caso nel passato. La domanda si forma nello stesso modo come lo formavamo nel presente. Quindi vedete qui, complete the rules. Com'è la positiva? Subject plus, plus. Se andate a vedere sopra e anche nel video ve lo spiega bene. Come facciamo la negativa? Sapete che è uguale, basta aggiungere not. Le questions, abbiamo detto c'è l'inversione del soggetto, quindi cosa andrà qui? Was oppure... quindi quali sono le due? Abbiamo solo due, è ancora più facile perché nel presente semplice avevamo I, am, quindi avevamo tre declinazioni, am o per esempio she is e are, quindi abbiamo solo due, was or were, quindi completate la tabella. Number 5, complete the sentences with the past simple positive or negative forms of be. Ora vediamo se avete capito, quindi abbiamo detto che was è per la prima persona, comunque il singolare, mentre invece were è per il plurale, quindi provate a completare. Quindi was, complete the mini dialogues. Number 6, complete the mini dialogues with the correct form of the verb be. Quindi qui avete dei piccoli dialoghi e sempre in ogni caso dovete completare, è la stessa cosa di questo, ma mentre qui avete semplicemente delle frasi molto semplici, soggetto, verbo, oggetto, questo è un attimino più complicato. Very good. Now let's have a look at the arts and entertainment. Here is where the fun starts. Avete visto che ci sono un sacco di parole nuove, perché per ogni argomento che facciamo c'è un nuovo vocabulary. Qui the arts and entertainment, cominciamo a vedere un attimino il vocabulary. Ora dovete prendere queste parole e dovete metterle all'interno delle vostre boxes, quindi people, per esempio composer, o places, events, places, posti, eventi, quindi dove si svolgono queste, per esempio il composer, il compositore di musica, dove farà vedere il suo talento. Then verbs, qui dentro ci sono anche dei verbi, attenzione, and works, professioni, ok? So now let's have a look at the video.
Vocabulary, the arts and entertainment. Sculpture, sculptor. Sculpt. Portrait. Painting. Artist. Paint. Photograph. Photographer. Take photographs. Exhibition. Gallery. Writer. Write. Novelist. Novel. Poet. Poem. Poetry. Film. Actor. Actress. Play. Noun. Musician. Play. Verb. Song. Band. Festival. Composer. Compose. Singer. Sing. Musical. Act. Opera. Dancer. Dance. Show.
Very good. So as you've seen, sometimes talking about people, sometimes places and events, works and verbs. Quindi mettete questo vocabolario all'interno delle box so that you don't get confused. Now number 8. Now complete the sentences with words from the map. E qui avete delle frasi e dovete usare proprio queste parole e completare 1, 2, 6. So the X Factor is a talent show for singers, quindi X Factor è un talent, è uno spettacolo per singers, quindi per i cantanti. Brilliant, let's move on. Now, past simple. Finora abbiamo visto il past simple per il verb to be. Ora invece dobbiamo vedere cosa succede per tutti gli altri verbi che possono essere paint, start, decide. Let's have a look.
We use the past simple to talk about actions that started and finished in the past.
We played tennis every day last summer. Jessie travelled through Asia before she started university. Gianni Versace designed some very beautiful clothes. The Victorians lived in the 19th century.
We form the past simple of regular verbs by adding ed to the base form. The form is the same for all persons.
I, you, he, she, it, you, we, they watched. I, you, he, she, it, you, we, they jumped. I, you, he, she, it, you, we, they started.
If a verb ends with e, we add d.
Like, liked.
Close. Closed. Agree. Agreed.
If a one-syllable verb ends with a vowel plus a consonant, we double the consonant and add ed.
Plan, planned.
Stop. Stopped. Rub. Rubbed.
If a verb of two or more syllables ends with a vowel plus a consonant, we double the consonant if the last syllable is stressed.
Control, controlled.
Prefer. Preferred.
But enter, entered.
Open. Opened.
If a verb ends with a vowel plus l, we double the l.
Travel, travelled.
Cancel. Cancelled.
A y preceded by a consonant, we change y to I and add ed.
Try, tried.
Carry. Carried. Marry. Married.
So as you can see, you only add ed. Quindi aggiungiamo d or ed, sempre per tutte le declinazioni. Quindi è abbastanza facile. Attenzione, come avete visto nel video, agli spelling. So qui, to form the past simple, check it. Of regular verbs, we add ed or to the base form of the verb. Se noi abbiamo già una i, aggiungeremo solo la d. Brilliant. Number 10. Write the past simple forms of these regular verbs. Quindi questi sono tutti verbi regolari, perché come il nostro passato remoto in italiano ci saranno tantissimi verbi irregolari, che li vediamo dopo Pasqua. So, but let's start with the regular verbs. Potete cominciare con i regolari. Here it says, complete the sentences with past simple form of the verbs. Qui dovevate solo aggiungere la desinenza, qui dovete riuscire a trovare a prendere queste parole e metterle all'interno del dialogo. Una sola can fit in the right place. Now, very, very quickly, I'm going to show you what happens with irregular verbs. Purtroppo i verbi irregolari sono molti nell'inglese nel simple past. So let's have a look at this video.
Some verbs have irregular past simple forms.
Take, took. Go, went. Eat, ate. Write, wrote. I took lots of photos when I went to the Grand Canyon. J.R.R. Tolkien wrote the Lord of the Rings books.
As with regular verbs, the form is the same for all persons.
I, you, he, she, it, you, we, they ran. I, you, he, she, it, you, we, they spoke.
The past of can, ability, is could.
My brother could read when he was 5 years old.
Irregular verbs, you just have to learn them by heart. Dovete solo impararli a memoria. So let's start with completing the story of Romeo and Juliet with the past simple forms of the verbs. Then listen and check. Quindi ascolteremo la prossima volta per fare il check. Thus with a kiss I die. Quindi qui abbiamo la storia di Romeo and Juliet. So Romeo and Juliet, e ora andiamo a vedere qui quale sceglieremmo. Magari live, perché abbiamo Verona, quindi live sappiamo che vuol dire vivere. Se non volevamo dire vivevano, vissero in Verona, Romeo and Juliet finisce già per i e quindi aggiungiamo solo la d, lived in Verona. And so you need to do the rest, so please complete. Now we're going to skip this page, questa la faremo dopo Pasqua, and let's do a little bit of listening and language. So let's have a look. This is David Bowie. How much do you know about David Bowie? Conoscete David Bowie? If at all, a very, very famous singer who died not too long ago, che è morto non tanto tempo fa, David Bowie. Quindi prima chiedetevi, what do you know about David Bowie? Sapete qualcosa su David Bowie? Very good. Now let's listen to someone talking about David Bowie's life and work. Does he mention any of your ideas from exercise 1? Quindi ora andiamo a sentire cosa faceva David Bowie e chi era David Bowie e poi andremo a vedere se avevate ragione, quello che pensavate era giusto.
Unit 4. Listening and Language. Exercises 2 and 3. David Bowie was one of the most original rock artists of all time. He was born in London on the 8th of January 1947. His real name was David Jones, but he changed his surname to Bowie when he wanted to become a pop star. At school, he studied art and design, and he played the saxophone. He started his first band when he was 15, but he didn't have a hit until 1969 with Space Oddity, which he released just a few months after Apollo 11 arrived on the moon. David Bowie was very influential in the glam rock scene in the 70s. He was very different and original, and his concerts were amazing. He created the persona of an alien rock star called Ziggy Stardust. Soon, he started acting in films too. His first film was The Man Who Fell to Earth in 1976. He played the part of an extraterrestrial who needed water for his dying planet. In his lifetime, David Bowie sold over 140 million albums. Critics consider him one of the most important musical artists of the 20th century. It's difficult to say which is his most famous song. Maybe it's Space Oddity, or maybe it's Heroes, which he wrote when he lived in Berlin at the end of the 70s. Or maybe it's Let's Dance, from the album of the same name in 1983. On the 8th of January 2016, David Bowie released his 25th album, Black Star. The music critics thought it was brilliant. Bowie's fans loved it. Nobody could believe it when Bowie died just 2 days later. He was 69.
Ok, so that was the life of David Bowie. Ora provate a riascoltare un'altra volta l'audio e provate a mettere in ordine cronologico, quindi parliamo del passato, tutte queste azioni che lui ha fatto. Ok? Very good. Now let's have a look at exercise 1, giving opinions. Quando parliamo magari di un artista che ci piace o di un qualcosa che ci piace, noi diamo delle opinioni. Quindi vediamo un attimino come possiamo fare a dire la nostra opinione e anche chiedere quella degli altri per fare una bella conversazione in inglese. So we're going to watch the last video e quindi qui abbiamo due ragazzi e guarderemo questo video e prima di tutto dopo il video faremo l'esercizio numero 1 e dovete dire se queste cose sono true or false. So Emma saw a film at the weekend. Emma ha visto un film al weekend, so è il passato di sì, vedere. Jack stayed at home. Jack è rimasto a casa. Is Dylan's their friends? Ok, so let's watch the last video. Sorry. Here we are.
Hi Emma. Did you have a nice weekend?
Oh, hi Jake. Yeah, great, thanks.
What did you do?
I went to the theatre to see Romeo and Juliet.
Wow. What did you think of it?
I enjoyed it a lot. The actors were brilliant. What about you? Did you do anything interesting?
Not much. I watched The X Factor on TV.
Did Sophie win?
Yeah, she did. I don't know why. I think she's rubbish.
No way! Sophie's brilliant. Caitlin's rubbish.
I so don't agree with you. Personally, I think Sophie's flat. At least Caitlin can dance. What's your view?
You're right, I suppose.
And she looks good.
That's true. How about Dylan? He can dance and sing.
Yeah, but his taste in music is really suspect.
Ok, so what are they talking about? Di cosa stanno parlando? Jake and Emma. Quindi riguardate il video e completate anche il dialogo. Vi ho lasciato anche sottotitoli, I left subtitles for you. E quindi di cosa stavano parlando? Rispondete a queste 3 domande. L'ultima vi chiede se Dylan è loro amico oppure stanno parlando di qualcos'altro. Riguardate il video. Quindi dovete complete the dialogue with the verbs in the correct form. Dovete usare questi verbi e come vedete sono stati coniugati al simple past. Last exercise and then we finished. Quindi completiamo la mappa, the map with words or phrases from the dialogue. Quindi come facciamo to ask for an opinion, a chiedere per un'opinione? What do you think of? What's your opinion? Oppure what's your about? Quindi riguardate il video e vedete come se la cavano i ragazzi, cosa dicono in inglese. Giving an opinion, come voi potete dare la vostra opinione? Potete dire in my opinion oppure in my I think. Ok? Poi, una volta che avete dato le vostre opinioni, avete ascoltato quelle degli altri o avete chiesto agli altri cosa ne pensano, dobbiamo o essere d'accordo, quindi agreeing or disagreeing, oppure essere in disaccordo. I agree with you, I don't agree with you, me too, me neither, I don't agree, I think you're wrong. E ci sono altre 2 opzioni. Let's see if you find them in the dialogue. Vedete se le trovate nel dialogo. Now, make a list of people or things to discuss for each of these categories. Fate anche questo, di cosa volete parlare, nel senso di cinema, music, TV and art. E poi da queste risposte vostre cercherò di prendere delle vostre risposte e di creare il prossimo task. Per il momento è tutto. That's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye and have a nice Easter.